they will tell you that you know that it is better for us to hold on to election. When you tell them to join forces, let's get free. They tell you, no, let's go for election. Let's when we get one of us to go for. How can you put anybody on a flawed background and think that you're going to get a great result? You build a structure, you want to build a house, you now get a fundamentally flawed foundation, and you expect that that house is going to stand strong. You are just being very foolish. And we have Massacre Gaddafi here, right here with us. Massacre Gaddafi, you're welcome, sir. You're welcome to this live broadcast. We're actually analyzing this issue, this talk about the massacre, of course, the Asaba massacre and the totality of the Biafra massacre. And of course, we want to look at other massacres and other killings, and we're going to be analyzing them here. Please, I want you to greet Biafrans and say hi to them, please.
Thank you, Biafran people. I hope everyone is coming out, right?
Yes, you're coming out, right?
Okay. I thank the people for listening to us. My brother Gaddafi. Your brother Gaddafi.
Your audio is breaking. I don't know. Yes, your audio is breaking. So if you can refresh it so that they can hear you clearly. Please go on. Let's see what it's.
Is it now? Is it better?
It's still breaking. It's still breaking. I don't think Biafrans will be getting it. Well.
Okay, let's come back.
Okay. Please, we're expecting you. Yeah. So, sorry for that. The audio is actually breaking. He's going to come in soon because we're supposed to discuss something critical, especially the issue of Obigo. That killing, the Obigo killing, and all of that. We are going to discuss that killing and the shenanigans of Bruce Fein coming up with that concept of taking the case to international committee, and of course lawyers now saying that it's done and dusted. We have to understand all of these things so that because we know the games that are going on, and we will not allow anybody to take Biafra group for granted. These Americans too are evil. You can hear what they said. They said it's not a priority. Whatever is happening to Biafra, it's not a priority. So even if you are looking to go to America and you're just going to serve them, the reason why they allow you there is because you're coming to work for them. You're coming to do the jobs that they would not likely want to do for themselves. There's the common jobs. That's what they give you. Even if you work yourself to the point where you go to school very well and you come into, you now come into the country and go through their school and all of that. Even if they give you a kind of prominent position, they still regard you as a second class. You can never get the full, the full attention that their citizens have. If you get the green paper and all of that, get all of those details, you are still a second class. They treat you as that. If you observe every black person or every dark-colored person, let me not say black because we're not blacks, they are using that as a means of saying we're evil. They say they are whites, we are black. How are they white? Their skin is not white. Their skin is only fair-colored. We are dark-colored. So if you're talking about white and black, that doesn't even come to the equation and all of that. So now you see, we see an evidence here, this man saying that it is not a priority. They looked elsewhere. Listen to the video, please.
I would say that there is a difference between when men belong to a rich country die. When men belong to a poor country die.
Now, did you hear what Boutros Ghali said? Did you hear what Boutros Ghali said, the former UN Secretary General? Did you hear what he said there? He said, I will say that there's a difference between when the rich from a rich country dies and when a poor man from a poor country dies. This is somebody who sits at the helm of affairs of the United Nations, who sat at the helm of affairs of the United Nations. He's telling you the reality of things that were playing out, the international politics, the international deceit, the international manipulation, the international diplomacy, the international sentiment. There's a difference between when the rich from a rich country, a man from a rich country dies, and a man from a poor country dies, who are they referring here? The man from the rich country is the Westerners, the European, the Americans, the Australians, the Chinese. Any man from the rich country that dies is a priority to them. Any man from a poor country that dies is not a priority, as you heard in that video initially. So the priority is dependent on which country you are from for them to give validation to your death or to your living. Massacre is here again. Let me bring him on. Massacre, please go on and greet Biafrans. Let's see. I hope it's working out right now. So please go on, please.
Hello, fellow Biafran.
It's still a problem. The sound is still poor. Please bear with us. I know that it's going to work. It's going to come in. Friday Peters, all must hail Biafra. We move. Yes, all must hail Biafra, and that is what we are doing. We all must hail Biafra, whether they are Americans, whether they are British, whether they are UK, wherever they are from, they must hail Biafra. And that is what we stand for. Now, you heard him there. Boutros Ghali, the former UN General Secretary, says that there's a difference between when a man from a rich country dies. When they talk about rich country, you know the people talking about. They're not talking about you, dark-colored skinned man from Africa. So now listen to him clearly and know, get more information, so that you will know what is happening. You know the politics that is playing out and the things that are happening to us, so that we can understand these things, because it's very important for us to understand these things.
Not necessarily black man, because you can have the same.
Did you hear that? This qualifies a black man.
Problem somewhere in Asia. I believe that the United Nations the international community is still dominated by a very Eurocentric attitude.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? He talks about the attitude of the United Nations. Their attitude is contrary, is anti-Africa. That is what they are trying to tell us. So if you don't take your action, by yourself, if you don't take the action by yourself, you are going to be killed, going to be maimed, you're going to be destroyed. Mas Gaddafi, you're welcome again. Let's try it. I hope that it's going to work well this time around. Please go on, please.
Hello, fellow Biafran.
Yes. Nice now. Wow.
I know.
Good. Yes, this is good. Wow. Okay, he's going to come back. I think the network is keeping him out. He's going to come back. And so you hear that. Now listen to this. Listen to this. Listen to this.
Tuesday, May 30, 1967. Enough was enough. The Igbos alone, isolated, ignored.
Now, if you hear what the background voice was saying, he said that, and in July 1967, it was declared that enough is enough. Enough is enough. That means the Igbos decided. Now, when you hear them say Igbos, please understand they are talking about you, whether you are a Jaw or anything, because your origin is Igbo. I'm emphasizing on this so that it will sink into our minds. Sorry, because our people don't understand that their fundamental origin is key to the actions they can take to free themselves, the actions they can take as a people. When you understand the fundamental nature of who you are going to naturally do things right. You must understand the fundamental nature of who you are to be able to do anything right. So if you don't acknowledge that you are an Igbo, you will not walk towards your source. Everything you're going to do is going to work against you. Know it now. You are from the race, the Igbo race. But you are Ijo. And being Ijo, you are Biafran. So as a national identity, you are Biafran. But as from your race, you are an Igbo. So by race, you are Igbo. By national identity, you are Biafra. By race, you are Igbo. By national identity, you are Biafra. Whether you are Ijo, whether you are anything, whatever you are Igbo. That is why they are addressing you as Igbo here. Massacre, please go on.
Yeah, what our people don't understand is that when they talk about Biafra, it is Old Eastern region. Old Eastern region. There's nothing like Ejo, Calabar, Efik, Igbo, this and that and that. No. If you can see that the Asaba massacre was done to annihilate Igbo people, to wipe away a race, to wipe away Biafra, not really for Igbo. Because if it was just for Igbo, I don't think what they did in Asaba, they would have done it. Because present day, that Asaba is still to be on the coastal region. So there is no segregation, neither you are Igbo, you are Efik, you are Calabar. Aboki sees you as the Old Eastern region, and that's who we are, and we are Biafran. So that is it. The Asaba massacre is part of the thing that we're still going through now. Even now, we're still going through this massacre. You can see on Olo, the massacre that was going on. To the extent they burned down marketplaces. If you go to Udi, Obasanjo Udi, you will not say it's because Udi people were called Igbo. They were killed because they were all Biafran. You can still remember Udi massacre. Exactly the things that happened in Asaba. They repeated it in Udi. They repeated it in Nkpo Junction. They repeated it in Ngwa National High School. They repeated it in Trump celebration election. They also repeated it in Obibo. You understand? So these are all massacres that we all have been going through. They did not kill people in Obibo because they were only Igbos. They kill you because you are from the Old Eastern region. So when we remember Asaba massacre,
that leads me to something that I want us to talk about, because this one has actually become an evidence of what they are now using as a means of political, jingoism and jamboree, and that is the issue of Obibo. Now, remember that Wike actually killed so many people. One of those massacres, just like what happened in Asaba, which of course is part of why we are locking down Biafra land on Friday, on the 7th of this Friday coming, 7th of October. These other massacres too are part of we are using Asaba as a front to showcase other massacres, because every massacre to us is very important. Now, but we know that the one of Obibo has been politicized, because Wike now is involved. And then, of course, Bruce Fein coming in, picking that particular massacre as a means. Now, please, can you, what do you think about that? Bruce Fein now coming to tell us that, and of course, the lawyers coming to tell us that it's been dusted, it is down, that Bruce Fein has taken the international committee. They didn't talk about Olu, they didn't talk about others, even the ones, they didn't even talk about Umpo that happened. They didn't talk about all those ones, they specifically talked about Olu.
You know what?
Yes.
What I want to say is that I wish you can open a phone line that the Biafran people will contribute. Can you open up a phone line?
Let me do that. I think I can do that. Let me do that. So that
please do.
Calling. Yes.
Because there's something I want to say that is very, very significant. That is truth. We have a Akam brain and people that has milk inside their skull that they thought is a brain, which is not. Now, I hope you are, and you can post the number people will call.
I'll put the number there. If you are there, if you want to call in and make your contributions to this, you can make your calls through that number on WhatsApp.
I want to ask the Biafran people, I want to ask them one question. There was a Nkpo massacre. There were Ngwa High School massacre. There were Asaba massacre. There were Olo currently ongoing Olo massacre. there were many ongoing massacres. Why did Bruce Finn point out Obibo massacre to take to International Criminal Court of Justice? You know why?
Okay.
Now we all can establish that Bruce's lawyer,
yes,
Bruce's close friend, and
okay.
This
so
accusation.
Hold on before you go on. Bruce Finn is Atiku's close friend. That means this is political.
Yes, it is political.
Okay.
Let me give you the deep analysis about this issue. Bruce Finn is Atiku's lawyer and also Atiku's close ally and also Atiku's friend. And Bruce Finn has never come one day to speak against that he doesn't know Atiku. He has nothing to do with Atiku. But the Obibo Criminal Court of Justice saga confirmed that indeed Bruce Finn is not working for Biafra. It's just working for Atiku. One, I ask you, why now? Is there no other massacre that Bruce Finn should take to International Criminal Court of Justice? I begin to ask questions. Does it mean that there is no other killings that are going on in Biafra land that Bruce Finn should not take? Is not taken to International Criminal Court of Justice? I begin to ask, why now? You now understand that it is because Atiku and Nyesom Wike is having problems. They are having loggerhead. That is why Ejimako, our lawyer, who's supposed to know better, is celebrating that political jamboree. Now, I begin to ask you, for over 2 years, the Obibo massacre happened. Why taking this matter to International Criminal Court of Justice? Why now that Atiku and the Nyesom Wike is having problems? So, if Nyesom Wike and Atiku were not having problems, the dead in Obibo will not get justice. So, if Nyesom Wike and Atiku were not having problems, Obibo massacre will not be remembered. I want the Biafran people to ask Bruce Finn this question. Now, because Wike and Atiku is having problems, now Bruce Finn has gone to Atiku to collect some cash as a businessman he is, to say, I know how to distract Nyesom Wike. Let me use this case to distract him. Now, Bruce Finn, as a two-edged sword, will come to Bridget and their group and said, I want you to critically, Bruce Finn is not working for Biafra. The Obibo massacre issue in International Criminal Court of Justice is not for Biafra, neither for the glory, neither for the dead to get justice. No, it is a political jamboree where they want to distract Nyesom Wike, where they want to say, okay, and now that you have mouth to talk, let us engage you in International Criminal Court of Justice. By the time you are answering that case, you will allow Atiku to do what he's doing. That is what
that means it is actually one of their games in their political shenanigans that is going on right now, to try to see how they can outplay the other person who actually thinks that the other person is against him politically. He will have to outshine the other person, and of course try to downplay the other person to be able to have a political edge based on their election. Even if we have said that we are not conducting any election in Biafra land, it's not our business anyways, but we are trying to analyze this now in the context of what they are trying to play, the games they are trying to play. Now, you made a point. You said Bruce Finn would have gotten some money from Atiku, who is his major sponsor, of course, as his lawyer. I concord to that, because I want to relate it to the fact that if you remember one time, Bruce Finn had to post on the platform when he saw that money was no more coming to him. He was telling Biafrans now to pay into the account, into a particular account they gave to him. So how do you relate these two now?
What I want to say is that Biafran people are very smart. We are not dummies. That is why we can look into that done and dusted Bruce Finn file case. the Obibo massacre. Now, Biafran people should be asking this question. Why can't the same Bruce Wayne file a case against Hopo Zodema for bringing military to burn down markets, to burn down buildings? They are all internet. Everybody can see it, that it is against the rule of engagement for military gunship to go to civilian domain to start shooting. So that is a war crime. That is a crime itself. So you can see that Bruce Wayne are not saying those things. That should tell you that Bruce Wayne is working for Atiku. That is why he works himself into the struggle to report back to Zoo government. I am categorically, Gaddafi of Biafra is categorically accusing Bruce Wayne that we have gotten his tricks is a double-edged sword. Why single out Obibo massacre? And when there is ongoing massacre in Imo State, why?
So it simply means yes, it's very important. At least we need to reason. Why single out Obibo when there are other massacres, and you are particular about this one that concerns a man who is against your client, Atiku? This calls us to the point of reasoning, and we have to think very deeply. Why do you choose? Hope Uzodinma is not a threat to Atiku, and of course, doesn't need to talk about that. But Wike is a threat politically to Atiku, so he now decides to of that case, and then they now went further to say it's now done and dusted. Why did it take this long to be done and dusted?
This incident occurred over almost 2 years or above 2 years now.
Yes.
Now, how come? I begin to ask myself, that means if Atiku and Nyesom Wike, we are still in good time, maybe Atiku picks Nyesom Wike as his running mate as president, that means there will be nothing like Obibo massacre. That means the crime would have committed free of charge. Nobody should question. Nobody should call to answer for it. The dead will not get justice. The displaced people that lost their properties, they have no justice for them. Why is it now that Nyesom Wike and Atiku is having problems? Now you ask yourself, who is Bruce Wayne working for?
Yes.
Simple questions we need to ask. We the Biafran people. Autopilot media personnel, we are not dummies. We critically analyze things, issues. We don't swallow them because we don't do saga. We look into things. Likewise, as we are planted our men into the first headquarter WhatsApp group.
Hello, are you there? It seems the network is stuck over there. I can see the signal here from your side. It seems the network is stuck over there. Please, when you come on, we would like to do that. Yes, we have our men everywhere. Our men are everywhere on all WhatsApp group of the Nigeria force groups, their DSS, their whatever they have, their WhatsApp group. We can categorically say that we are strongly there, and so they should know that we know every evil they are planning against our people, and we are ready to counter it because we are determined to take our freedom. We're not joking with every action that that will help us to get all information from the camp of the enemy. If you remember in the Bible, there's something that happened to Gideon. At a point in time, Gideon was afraid. Gideon was afraid to go to war, and God made him to go to the enemy's camp to go and hear and get information from the enemy. So the only why we know God is with us, because God has given us this ability, and God is with us, is because we are able to the enemy's camp and get information. That is the grace and gift that God has given to us. So, okay, Master Gaddafi, please go on. Your thoughts there. You actually had to go off because of the network signal. So please can go on from there and air your thoughts to us. Master Gaddafi, are you there? Okay, when it comes on, as soon as he is able to reconnect, he's going to join us on that. I want you to understand something, that this fight is a fight to finish. We are ready to finish this battle because we are certain that we have to get our victory. Our victory is so important to us. Nothing is as important as victory. Nothing is as important as victory to us. So if you think that we are here and we're just here to, Massacre, if you are here, okay, I saw a particular channel, channel 3. I don't know who is channel 3. We have one channel 3 here. I don't know whether it's you, Massacre. Are you the one on channel 3 too?
Remove some. I don't know what is going on.
Okay, because I've seen one channel 3. Okay, let me remove that one, channel 3. So, or is there any other person at that channel 3? In case you, let me just see if somebody is there. Hello, is there anyone on channel 3? So I can identify who is there.
Remove the one that doesn't have my.
Okay, let me mute it. So, Master, if you go on with that thought, you were talking about having our men, on ground everywhere the Nigerian agents are.
Can you hear me now?
Very well, loud and clear. Please go on.
Hello?
Loud and
clear.
Can you
hear me?
Loud and clear. Go on.
Okay. Good.
Yes.
So, like what I was trying to explain, I begin to ask, why now? Why now? Why now? Why will this trend single out only Obibo massacre when there is ongoing killings in Imo State, in Anambra State, in Abia State, in everywhere? So I want to ask Biafran people, who do they think that Bruce Wayne is working for? And that's his political jamboree about Obibo massacre. Is he worth to be celebrated? That means if Atiku and Wike settle their scores, then the Obibo massacre issue will die down.
So, Massacre here. The truth is this, that it is not about the death, those who are dead. It is not about how important the death of these people is. It is about the interest, the political interest, in which they are going to use this as a means of playing their political game. So they are using the lives of Biafrans to play political game. Okay.
Now, the Biafran people can now see that Bruce Wayne is not working for Biafran struggle. To those who is bringing Bruce Wayne into the struggle, the Bible says those that worship a graven image, they look like them.
Yes.
So whosoever that is working Bruce Wayne is like Bruce Wayne. Okay. Whosoever that are celebrating that Bruce Wayne has achieved a milestone achievement and trying to get justice for the dead at Obibo, they should know that is not for that is out of the way. That is not the main purpose. The main purpose was just to distract Wike, or just to make Wike to be answering, to be demoralized or destabilized, so that people will go on and reach his election that they are already rigging. And one thing you must understand as well is that when we say there is no election, there will be no election in Biafra land. Let me tell you one point. It will scatter their purpose. It will scatter their plan, because they've already reached 2023 election. They've already know the figure that the whole Southeast will produce. They already know the figure that South will produce, the coastal region. So when we say there will be no election in this region, you've already scattered their program, because they've already programmed the result of this their useless election. So that is why you see that they are doing everything they could do to make sure the election was good. And let me tell you another thing they want to do. This is another intel we get from the military force headquarters. Like I was trying to let the Biafran people know that we the team, we the autopiloters, we station our men in every junction, because we are not joking. I hope the Biafran people are hearing my voice. We are not joking. This was their plan, like their last discussion. their current discussion was that they want to do the presidential election 2 times. As in, they will do it this week and they run it next week in another area. They want to conduct the election, the Oduduwa land, they call north, then they will now say there is no election. After they've done the election that side, the results will not come out. They will now move their military arsenal to see if they could support to hold that election. Now, the first time, they want to hold their election on Oduduwa land, northern north. When they vote that, you know that they say this is a by-election. You understand? By-election. Like there's a place, Kadida, for instance, field, they rerun that election. There will be a rerun in Biafra land. That is their plan now. But not knowing that there is no amount of gunship, no amount of jet bomber, no amount of intimidation, no amount of military hardware, no amount of their arsenal that can stop us. Well, election. If they like, let them hold it state by state. This state today, next tomorrow another state. It will not happen like that in Biafra land. So these are the things that they are working everywhere. Anything they see as a barrier, they do all they can to go against that person. That's why you see, when they notice that Wike has become their barrier, they now use through Bruce Fenn to now raise up this ICC case against Wike. Not that I'm supporting Wike, I don't support Wike, neither do I support what Wike is doing. But the part is the critical analysis of their action. That's why we're trying to bring to Biafran people, for them to see the point that these people are coming from.
Okay, so that it was actually a political, politicizing the death of Biafrans. Now, this also opens us to the point that in all these years, all the things we have been seeing, the games we have been seeing, is actually that these people actually don't value the Biafran people who have died. They are not concerned about it. All they're interested in is to use it as a means of scoring political points. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, that is what I'm trying to say. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clearly. Go on.
That is what we are saying, not just trying to say that is the fact. Okay. Now, let me ask you. Today we are remembering Asaba Massacre, right?
Yes.
Which government has been held responsible for that Asaba Massacre? During the Biafran War, Biafran British War, during the time of Biafran British War, bomb was thrown in the market. From the history of what my father told me, they throw bomb in the market called Uzabam. Uzabam is a market that is in the Bend, one of the largest markets at that time in the Bend, Old Bend now. They throw bomb in that place. That is a war crime. Now, the air, land, and sea blockade is a war crime. Are you telling me that there is no Bruce Fenn that will bring the knowledge, the sense, as in, to bring that thing to the world? Are you telling me there is no Bruce Fenn that should stop, that's supposed to? This is what the genocide. Are you telling me that Bruce Fenn doesn't have rights to do all those things? Are you telling me that the air, land, and sea blockade, starvation, that claim almost 10 million Biafran, who has brought up this case against Britain, against Gowon? Gowon is still alive. Are you telling me that you can do things and get away with it? That nobody call you to question? Nobody call you to hold you responsible? When have the Northerners apologized for the killings of the Biafran? Are you telling me that Bruce Fenn is not saying this thing to file International Criminal Court of Justice? Is that what you're telling me? So who is suing? Why do you single out Obiana and Wike is having problem?
So you see, that means what we can deduce from this is that in this Biafra movement and agitation for freedom, there are lots of people that are suspects to us. In spite of the key role they play and the things they are doing, we have to be very conscious of the shenanigans and the manipulations that are going on. To what extent do you view the level of, sabotage and the level of, suspicion regarding this Biafra movement, especially from those people we should expect to be better, like
my brother
and all of that? Yes.
Yeah, my brother, you see, the level of sabotage of this our struggle is alarming. It's alarming rate. It's alarming. You know why I say so? If a lawyer who is being paid $80,000 per month can sabotage, because that is a sabotage. If a lawyer who is being given that amount, huge amount, converts $80,000 to Naira, we know how many millions every month that we pay.
Every month.
And still, our leader was rendition. He has been paying that amount before our leader,
Yes, before he was rendition. Extraordinarily rendition.
Extraordinary rendition.
Yes.
This extraordinary rendition, my brother, what has this guy done? Now, we begin to ask. Now, those people that are running around the cycle, following the same man, what can they say that is the achievement? Now, the rate of sabotage of this our struggle is at alarming rates. Can't you see DOS? People like Ikenga will come out in public that say the military who burned down our communities, military who used GPNG was shooting direct to people's home, is innocent. The military who killed us in Nkwa Junction, Ngwa High School, kill us Obibo, kill us in Asaba, kill us everywhere. They say they are innocent. Now we're going to ask you, who can we trust? Who are those people? Where is their conscience? Some of you that read your Bible, you remember, Bible says because you take pleasure in doing evil, Almighty God himself will give you up to a replicable mind. When you do your evil, we will no longer notice that you are doing wrong thing.
Yeah.
Now, they come in, they've been collecting money. China Sanworu come in public in Radio Biafra to tell us one commissioner pay a powerful 40 million to stop sit at home. It was our I can remember 18th. That was either 18th of August. 18th of August or 18th of July last year. But the date actually was 18th. But the month either August or July. Check that date. You will see the brokers of China Samoru. When he was telling you
of July this year,
that
right?
our leader,
18th of July this year.
Not this year, last year.
Okay.
When they rendition our leader. Yeah. 18th of July. Either July or August, but it is 18th. You can see that China Samoru was telling the Biafran people that our leader said,
I think we have a problem about that network. I would have loved Biafrans to hear what he's trying to say. That China Samoru told the people what our leader said. So at that point, we'll still get him back. Hopefully, let's see how it goes, so we can be able to have a network. Although our time, we spent enough time.
It becomes invisible, brother.
Okay, please, you have to start from the point. We didn't hear you actually. You said that Chinas and Waru said that our leader said something. So we couldn't hear you from that point. You said, okay, so continue from there. That's 18th of July last year when Chinas and Waru said something.
Good.
Leader. Okay.
Good. This is what I said.
Okay.
Chinas and Waru in the radio Biafra told Biafran people, me and you, that our leader sit at home. They should cancel sit at home. This is the Chinas and Waru 18th, either July or August last year, said that our leader, through our lawyer, said they should stop sit at home. That later Ejimako denied that it wasn't him that the message was passed through.
Yes.
If you can still remember, Ejimako said it was not him, but Chinas and Waru say it was Ejimako. There we begin to see the skeletons in the cupboard. But today, the same mouth that said our leader said has come out to say a serving commissioner in one of the states was willing to pay 14 million for them to stop sitting at home. Then now I can categorically tell you that they collected 40 million and above to stop sit at home. The same way they collected money to say people should go and vote in Anambra election. Now, Biafran people should start asking questions. People that are doing this kind of thing, are they ready to get this Biafra for you? These people that you are not seeing, these invisible leaders, how do you think leaders will give you a visible nation? My brother.
That's strange.
How do you think on this earth that invisible leader, visible nation? Is it?
It's not possible, because anybody who is faceless is actually not real. If you are telling me something is as important as freedom and you are faceless, I don't know you, I can't see your face, I can't even identify you, then you are actually not real, because it's either you are trying to manipulate me from somewhere.
Sorry. Like I was saying, a faceless individual will always do worse thing because you don't know their face.
Yes.
You can't hold them to account for their actions because you don't know who they are. That's why you see them doing whatever they are doing. But today, shame has become their portion.
Yeah.
For somebody like that. Do you know the first person that DOS wanted to use to test the expelling power was the king? At the beginning, when our leader's extraordinary rendition was the talk of town, then Ikenga was the person that started asking the US question. If you can still remember, he was the first person.
Yes, of course. Yes, he was actually the first person that was actually asking questions.
He was the first person that started asking questions. But since the very first day, they threatened him with sanction. That's how Ikenga left who he used to be till today that I'm talking to you.
And has become so
he has now become, if he can't beat them,
join them.
So to run a very long distance to give you answer about sabotaging this group. I mean, this is a struggle. About the rate of the sabotage. That's why I told you it's an alarming rate. But thanks be to God. Bible said there is no temptation that comes to a man that such as common. Then all, he said he will give you a way of escape.
Escape, yeah.
IPOB autopilot came as a way of escape for Biafran people and for this struggle. In this our hand, there is left, there is right.
Yes.
The left have been in position, and today right has come to take over. Like our leader said, those that were to restore Biafra is in the ship, is that the pilot of this movement now. And we pilot this movement till Biafra come. And Biafra is going to come. I am telling you categorically, you yourself know what you are working on the ground, apart from this media war we are into. We still have one or two things we are doing on the ground. And from what you know that Biafra is more than ready than ever before.
Definitely, I should. We have about 3 minutes to end this broadcast. I want you to tell Biafrans to understand the value of this sit at home, what significantly we want to achieve with this sit at home on Friday, because we have a target. The sit at home is part of the underground plan, which the people need to know, of course, and then they need to obey and, of course, follow the direction, the instruction, so that we will achieve that purpose. Please tell them.
First of all, if I can hear you right, the signification of the purpose of this Asaba Massacre Remembrance Day, we want to let our brothers and sisters from the coastal region that we are not dividing. Biafra is not divided.
That's it.
We want to let them know that we are standing shoulder to shoulder with them. We want to let them know that their pain is our pain. We want to let them know that the heat was not just for them alone. We want to let our coastal region, likewise, one idiot that is making mouth, one Ogogro man, Magnus or Raka, who have been talking trash here and there, he was trying to come close to our leader. He thought the Biafran struggle is the PDP share the money movement. When he discovered that it's not a PDP share the money movement, he started talking trash. I can categorically tell you that I have his account number. Yeah, even me, Gaddafi, he has been begging me money, time with that number. He has sent me his account, time with that number. His own agitator, these are the Nzama group. He started, in fact, he was in Nzama. He's from Delta State, either Urobo or Isoko. These two places, he came from that zone. We want to let him know that Biafra you see today is Biafra of yesterday, because the boundary is the old eastern region. Forget the ones that they pushed to Kogi, the ones they pushed to Benue. Those plots were just to reduce us. But what we're trying to let the people know is that the remembrance of Asaba Massacre is fresh in our hearts. It is the deaths of our brothers and sisters, the husbands, the wives. They are Biafran citizens. And this Asaba Massacre is not just for Asaba Massacre. We extend it to Obibo Massacre. We extend it to Nkwo Massacre. We extend it to Ngwa National High School Massacre. We extend it to Ibuacha Massacre during the time of Trump. So I want the Biafran people to come out in mass to respect that day. Hello?
They'll come out by sitting at home. Total lockdown.
Yes, they come out in mass by sitting at home, respecting that day. You are not doing it because you are not doing it for me. You are doing it to respect the dead. Those ones that have used their blood to purchase this land of Biafra. Those ones that have used their blood to serve. Those ones who are marching on top of their blood because they pour it on the ground to save me and you. These are people you need to respect. In Igbo land, in Biafra land, we recognize respect to the dead because they paid the ultimate price. They paid the price that money cannot buy just to save you. I encourage you all to sit at home that day. From beginning of Biafra to the end of the Biafra, I want everybody to recognize this thing, this day. The Asaba massacre is not just the only thing we are remembering. We remember those that died also in Biafran War. We also remember those that died in Nkwa High School. We remember those that died in Obibo. We remember those that are dying today in Imo State. We are also remembering those that died in Anambra State. My brother, we can't count them enough because they are much to be counted. They are more. But all I have to from people, please, come out in mass and respect that day. Sit in your house and God will bless you for doing that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mazi Gaddafi, for the analysis. In fact, you have opened our eyes to so many things we need to know. We have seen the politicizing of the death of our people, especially in Obibo. We have seen what the lawyers are trying to do, using the concept of the dead to politicize and to appease their political gods. And of course, Biafrans know better because we understand. And thank you so much, Mazi Gaddafi, for opening the eyes of Biafrans to understand all of that. And please, you have to understand this, that don't get yourself distracted by these people who are trying to use these things to score a political point or score some points. They are actually doing their businesses in their fraudulent and dubious and wicked ways. But our focus is Biafra. So when you see all these lawyers and all these people saying what they're saying and trying to deceive you, manipulate you, Brisbane is working, that is working, hail this, we're done and dusted, they are all distractions to make you begin to think that you can get results from their activities. Results can never come from their activities. Results can only come from the autopilot activity. And that is why you have to follow instructions. If you are told to sit at home, you sit at home. If you are told to do anything, if you are told to support ESN, you support ESN. The job is to obey instructions, and you will see that what you do will actually bring results to what we're doing. So don't let yourself be distracted. Mazi, Mazi Gaddafi has opened our eyes now. You can see the perspective right now that they are using, in spite of all the dead, the killings, and all the massacre. They are looking at Obibo as a reference point to helping Atiku gain political strength. But of course, they are not going to have any election in Biafra land. No election in Biafra land, that's our target. We are not going to have any election. So I want you to understand all of this fact. And please, tomorrow by 1 p.m. Biafra time, we're going to continue this broadcast on the horror of Asaba massacre and the video evidences, and we're going to keep the analysis going on. And then, of course, if we're going to have guests, many guests who's going to come, I'm going to let you know. So at that time, they're going to join us. And if Mazi Gaddafi will be available also, he will also come up to tell us so many things on that too. And I want you to understand also that this evening by 6 p.m. Biafra time, I'll continue the analysis on the Fela's music, Teacher No Teach Me Nonsense, and the messages that he gave to us and the clue he gave to us to how to get our freedom. All these things are in that song that sometimes we just dance to and we just forget. Teacher No Teach Me Nonsense, if you know that song very well, and we've been analyzing it. So this evening by 6 p.m. Biafra, we're going to still treat that. It's just 30 minutes. We're going to do it, and then we're done. With that 30 to 40 minutes, we're going to be through with that. And if we have to move it, we'll move it to the next day. But tomorrow afternoon again, by this time, we're going to be dealing on this Asaba massacre thing. We're going to be looking at some other vital important matters arising. And of course, we are going to also have, if we're going to have Mazi Gaddafi here, if he has the time, he's going to come up. So your final words. Oh, yes, Mazi Gaddafi, your final words before we go. Thank you.
Oh, that's good. That's good. And my final words is that if you want to know the intelligent reports, the intelligent updates, we'll be bringing it to Biafran people stage by stage as we get them from their midst. Like we said, we have our men in our WhatsApp group, mostly from Force Headquarters in Abuja, and defense in Jaji. We have our men in their WhatsApp group, every of their plan. Also, their WhatsApp group in Onitsha Barrack and Enugu Barrack, and we have our men there. So one of the greatest achievements we have achieved is that we place our people in their WhatsApp group where they discuss their issues, and we discover and we'll be bringing you the intelligence updates of their plan. The recent plan they had was, they want to start what my Lafia Obadiah said.
Mazi Gaddafi, we've lost you. Can you still hear? We've lost you. All right, dear friends, tomorrow you're going to be hearing more. If he's available, he's going to come up also to give us more information on these facts. You must stay tuned. This is Biafra Global Network. My name is Kelechi Ambrose. Massacre was the guest today.
We
also
start coming out.
Still on.
Yes,
Okay, now listen.
be...
Okay, conclude. Yeah, we didn't hear you actually. It went off, so I was just trying to cover up. So, go on. So your final
Hello?
thoughts. Yes, you can go on now. We can hear you now.
Like I was saying, we are in all their group WhatsApp platforms. The ones in Jaji, the ones in Force Headquarters, we are also there. And the ones in Onisha Barak and Enugu Barak, we are also there. Then we are trying to report to Biafran people from time to time. We'll be updating Biafran people the intelligence report we are gathering about their plan. What my Alafia Obadiah said, 2022, they will start assassinating the political elite from the south. That is pure. It is in high gear now. What I want to tell Biafran people, that funny videos will start emanate, will start coming out. They will kill and make video. Their purpose is just to stay in the name of Eastern Security Network. Most of these things they do, they will do it and put it on the name of Eastern Security Network to see if they can discourage our determination. But we just want to tell the Biafran people ahead that this is the plan this army are planning, and when they begin to carry it out, they should know that we have already gotten this intel and revealed to them, which we'll be doing in every autopilot media. Sometimes we'll be giving them the situation report, the intelligence report as we are gathering them. Anywhere they go, we are there. But as long as we are resolute on our decision, in our conviction, we are not going to back down. None of their blackmail will make us to back down. Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
None of their blackmail that will make us to back down. If they like, let them kill Hupos. If they like, let them kill Buhari and say it's security. We don't care. All is Biafra. And want to let Biafran people to know this thing. Eastern Security Network, they don't go into kidnapping. They don't engage themselves into kidnapping. They are not into it. Anybody who brings that kind of report, please disregard them.
Yeah.
And Eastern Security Network does not kill the one that were called to protect, as our leader said. So when they finish their plan, as they're planning it and start carrying it out, we already know the end part of it, because they know what they're planning ahead. So thank you, my brother. Above all, I see Bruce Wayne as P2B. There is no two different in between them. There is no different. Because P2B is to distract us from Biafran restoration.
Yes.
And Bruce is also working to distract Mwike and carry us along to foolishly believe in their political solution of whatever. So we are not interested in that. Our eyes is in Biafra. Look unto Simon Ekpa. Whatever he says is what we are saying. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you so much, Mazi Gaddafi. And if you want to hear more, get more information, you can subscribe to Biafra Freedom Voice TV. That is Mazi Gaddafi's platform. Biafra Freedom Voice TV. Biafra Freedom Voice TV. Just go there, subscribe. You'll be receiving notification, and then you'll be getting updates. You'll be getting information that you need to get from that platform. Cogent and urgent information. Very genuine information. We don't portray, we don't carry false information on our platforms. That is why Autopilot is unique. We tell you the truth, we tell you what is on ground, and will tell you to obey instructions so that you can get your freedom too, as much as we're fighting for our own freedom. So God bless you all for joining us, and we thank Massacre for joining and being part of this. And of course, we're going to have him more as we go on this. Remember, tomorrow afternoon by 1 p.m. Biafra time, we're going to continue this topic, part 4 of it. And then, of course, this evening, 6 p.m. Biafra time, I'm going to continue the Fela's teaching, the Fela song teaching. So that's what we're going to do. Thank you so much for joining. We have taken your time today because we needed to analyze some of these things. This is 1 hour and 52 minutes now. Thank you so much. Massacre, thank you so much for joining us and for being a wonderful Biafrans. And please go to his channel. As much as you subscribe to his channel, go to his channel too. Subscribe to Biafra Freedom Voice TV. That is his channel. You subscribe, and then we also continue from there. Thank you so much all. Join me this evening by 6 p.m. Biafra time. God bless you wherever you are. God bless you really good. Good day, and have a lovely day, and enjoy yourselves. Thank you. Prepare for Friday lockdown, total lockdown of Biafra land, and tell other people too. Thank you so much.